Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant closer to the reservation. Default the pistol that you pay for. This pump the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Then so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Come back strong with 50 million says the world I love, the tears I've tried to be part of the wave can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains I hop to be part of the wave can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, she's leading me to ozone. Music, the great communicator. Use these sticks to make it in the nature. I'll fit you into penetration. The gender of a generation. The birth of every other nation. Look your way, the code of meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship persevering. Use my hands for everything with fearing. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. Mom tops are happy when they feed you. J-butterflies in the treetop. Birds that blow the meaning in the leaf. My world I love, the tears I've dropped to be part of the wave can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the chains I hop to be part of the wave can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Wait a minute, I'm passing out, win or lose, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. How about you? 10 more reasons why I need somebody new, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. Right on cue. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, he says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Distant us into the reservation. Keep off the pistol that you pay for. This punk the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bright, I wonder what the wave meant. Kickstart the golden generate hub. Sweet talk, but don't intimidate hub. Can't stop the gods from engineering. Feel no need for any interfering. Your image in the dictionary. This life is more than ordinary. Can I get you maybe even 3 of these? Coming from a space to teach you of the Pleiades. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. This life is more than just a read through.
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio joining us on Saturday, heading down to the shore. Hope you guys are enjoying that traffic on 47 and on the Atlantic City Expressway. We're here to make it go a little easier for you, though. We'll keep you entertained, so make sure you stay with us because we've got an interesting show today. We're going to see how pessimistic I can get, which is pretty much every time. But this
can it be as worse than me with the Phillies?
Woof.
What is there to be excited about? Anything? Bueller?
There's only one thing that's exciting about today, and that's the fact that Diaz is not with us.
That's the case.
That
is
is true.
You guys, we are short-staffed today. Mr. Diaz is a little busy. He's got some actual professional stuff to handle. And Super Sam is with her mother, Donna, hopefully recovering very well and quickly after surgery. Today, we wish Donna Ross the best and speedy recovery. Yesterday, Yesterday we said goodbye to Matt Edgar. That was a difficult day, but hope everybody got some peace with that and move forward. And this year we'll dedicated last year to Alex, dedicate this year to Matt, and we're gonna move on and we're gonna remember him.
Can't forget about David Harris as well.
Can't forget about David Harris. It's just, man, it's tough, man. As you get older, you find out that the only time you pull out your suit is when you have to go to a funeral, and it's kind of annoying. I'm not having any fun with it, that's for sure. And more people you're lucky to know as many people as you do. Then at the same time, you got to say goodbye to all of them, and that's a son of a bitch at times.
I will say this though, and I saw one of our Green Legionnaires that posted this on the the Green Legion Facebook page. I really liked what they did with the funeral card for him.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was the Eagles ticket. That was really well done. It was a great touch.
Yeah, definitely,
and well deserved. I mean, just a great guy, and he's going to be missed.
He is. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, everybody. Listen, 3 of us today, and we're going to go over the Eagles' predictions for this season, meaning each individual game, all 18 weeks, and I predict one of those weeks will be drunk in Punta Cana. By the way, where's Mama Nunamaker hopping on that one?
Oh, I'll have to convene with her and see what she says.
Did she see that I even posted that?
Yeah, she did.
What the hell is she waiting for?
I don't know. She's got other trips lined up right now. She's leaving for Denver this weekend.
Susan, we're gonna have to have a talk.
Yeah,
as long as this guy over here
she's
is not
all
a C block, we're good to go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna bash the Phillies a little bit. Actually, Slash and I might just sit back and let Sack have his way because.
Oh, I'll add fuel to the fire to that.
All right. Well, I won't piss on it. I'll let it burn. I'll let it burn.
They're burning enough as it is. So
yeah. Everybody, the show's brought to you by our friends at Bud Light Seltzer, and Michelob Ultra, Stateside Vodka, Stateside Bourbon, Diaz, Dave Bavuso, State Farm, right here in Williamstown, New Jersey, Greater Philadelphia Health Action, Advantage Health Plus, Bucks County Baseball Company, buckscountybaseballco.com. Check them out. MCS Residential and MCS Custom Cabinetry for all your residential contracting needs. And, of course, Premier Window Cleaning. WeHateDirtyWindows.com. That's WeHateDirtyWindows.com. And the Ludlam Bar and Grill, formerly La Costa in Sea Isle. Everybody, make sure you check out our sponsors and mention us when you are there so they know that we're actually accomplishing something for the dollars they are spending. Yeah, we had such a comical show on Tuesday, man. I think we were making plans for the 4th of July pool party so that we could all have fun at that expense again. And I was talking about if you ever been at rehab in Vegas and that pool party and saw what kind of swimming in that pool after. There's still things swimming in there well after everybody's out of that pool.
I'm sure of that.
So it was the condoms for the 4th of July pool party are going to be brought to you by Sean Kemp, Phillip Rivers, and Antonio Cromartie.
And yet again, I wouldn't trust any of them to pull out of my driveway.
When in doubt, never pull out, baby. Did you hear the clip from Hard Knocks when Antonio Cromartie was trying to remember his kids? And 4 of them were all 3 years old this year. Yo, dude, what are you thinking? Like, hold on, you have got to be ridiculous smart with your money. All right. First of all, he's a professional athlete. It's good. And he's going to have people coming after him left and right. All of his friends, all of his family, going to be picking it at his bank account all his life. But then you have 14 kids with 8 different women. That's your NFL pension will not cover that in child support and alimony. I don't know what you're doing, dude.
A buddy of mine in my fantasy football league, his team name is Cromartie's Kids. You start 9 players. I mean, he covers the whole starting lineup.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I do want to make fun of you. And just so we know, get into the room. Lonnie Zimmerman, hello. Keenan, hello. What's Captain? We have no Samantha Ross running the room tonight, you guys. Apologize. She is with her mother, who is recovering from surgery. We say tonight. We're taping this on Thursday for our Saturday show. Once again, we hope you are enjoying your ride down to the shore or back. Either way, we're going to keep you entertained. So don't touch that dial. But yeah, we're going to get into Eagles schedule. We're going to do that right after we talk about Jock Peterson and Tommy Pham.
Wow. Wow. Speaking of fantasy football,
Yeah.
that's where you start.
I mean, it was a perfect segue, Sack, so appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Go ahead, man. You know more about this than I do.
All right.
I don't know much, so I'm sitting back and listening to this.
So the Reds and the Giants opened up a series last Friday in Cincinnati, and out of nowhere, there's like a benches clearing brawl during the Reds batting practice, and it's because Tommy Pham decides to haul off and slap Jock Peterson.
Bitch slap.
It wasn't even, but it's not even a good one. It's not even like he got him good. It's just like, dude, if you're gonna do something, you better at least hit him hard. You better
Right.
haul off on him.
You better Will Smith, Chris Rock.
If you're gonna lose $111,000, you better make it worth it.
Right.
And that's
You got to leave four fingers and at least a part of your opposable thumb on his face.
so they had to pull Tommy Pham from the lineup. He didn't play that night. Jock Peterson wanted to play him, and after the game, the reporters walked up to him and asked him, like, what is going on with the situation? And he's standing there. He's like, yeah, he's like, it's a fantasy football thing from last season. He's like, this has been going on for like a year. Apparently, Jock Peterson, what he did was in the rules of the league, and I have the same rules in my league. I don't know about the leagues that you guys are in, but you take a player, if he's labeled as out and you have an IR spot available, you put him there. Like the guy doesn't have to technically be on IR for him to be on that.
The roster, those empty roster spots are there to fill.
Yes.
And IR doesn't necessarily mean he's on injured reserve.
Correct.
It could be on the COVID list. It could be, whatever it is.
Yes. So he had a guy there. So, Tommy Pham in the group text for that league, which is ran by Mike Trout, apparently is the commissioner. He brings it up and says, hey, like, I don't know what's going on with this, but this is not right. This is a problem, especially when you're putting on money in a league. So Jock Peterson screenshots the rules, sends it back to him in the group text thread, and then says, by the way, you did this a few weeks ago. He's like, so I don't know why you're getting on my case about this. So I guess they kind of got into a verbal altercation in the group text. So then apparently, I guess Tommy Pham wasn't happy about that. So then Jock Peterson sends him a GIF, and it's like three dudes that are like throwing weights up in the air, like World's Strongest Man competition thing. The one guy had a Dodgers logo over his head, the other had a Giants logo over his head, and the other had a San Diego Padre over his head. And the one that the Padre threw it up, and it came down and splattered all over him.
Oh my god!
So like he fell, like his weight came down on top of him. So he was taking a shot because Pham was playing for the Padres at the time,
Right.
and he was playing for the Dodgers. But at the time, it was it was right after he played for the Dodgers. But he was taking a shot at the Padres and Tommy Pham. So this guy doesn't have a personality to him at all. So he decides, I'm going to see you on the baseball field. He smacks the crap out of him. Doesn't play Friday night. Gets suspended for 3 games and loses $111,000. And then he wants to say that Mike Trout is the worst commissioner in fantasy sports, which led to Mike Trout meeting with the media.
No, Mike Trout's just the worst Philadelphia fan.
Well,
Richard.
Yeah. Now, if we could piggyback off of this a little bit here, how does this make you feel knowing that this is the type of commissioner that he is?
Why do you gotta poke the bear, dude?
I know you guys are gonna poke me about the Phillies, so I might as well at least get
People
would be dead if it was Rob Manfred as the commissioner of that fantasy league.
There's no poking at this point with the Phillies. It's just embarrassing.
Set it on fire.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We want to talk football first, and we are a football first program. Everybody, we don't care what time of year it is. It is June 4th, and we are talking football, you guys. June 4th, and we are talking football. So let's get into it. The nice thing about it is we only had to put up with one of Diaz Nation's members.
There's only one.
The one and only. Isn't Lonnie part of Diaz Nation?
She doesn't qualify.
She doesn't qualify.
No.
I don't believe that. She's in the room. She said you can go to hell.
She hangs out with Brian Walden, and Brian Walden is the biggest detractor of Diaz Nation.
So they just
Ooh.
cancel each other out.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
I get it.
So
I
it's
get
kind
it.
of, what is it?
Lonnie, I tried.
Proton and neutrons,
Yeah, something like
electrons.
that.
Yeah, they cancel out.
Ed
Chemistry
Wakely,
and
the
stuff.
Phillies are poking us.
They're doing more than poking us.
Yeah, well, they're bending, they're bending us over.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yep.
We can use that one. Anyway, we'll I want to wait till I'm a little liquored up before we get into the Phillies. That's what I'm searching for. Antonio, good to see you. Bryant Walden in the room, Lonnie in the room, Keenan. There's a few other people in there we can't see.
What streak begins, Keenan Harmon? What streak?
Hey, Susan, Moneymaker. No, none of the athletes are coming with us. They all jump ship.
Yeah.
So you don't need that. I'd be happy to talk football with you.
Quimby will wear a Speedo for you.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll put Susan, if you. No, I'm not.
Oh, great.
doing
Now
that.
she's definitely,
I was-
not coming.
I was about to say I'll put a Speedo on if you come down, but she probably will come down.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not
Yeah,
getting
now
a
she's
nut
definitely
hugger.
out. In fact, she's going north while you guys are going south.
Perfect.
To Canada.
Yes.
Ed Wakely, it's early. I'm only one bourbon in. Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna get a little bit more in our system before we go. Zach doesn't need any, and he has to drive home, so he's ready to go. I'm gonna have a couple more, but let's get into it, shall we? And just talk about
Let's go.
predictions.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Slash, you want to keep track of picks here
Yeah.
for the three of us?
Yes.
All right. Well, week 1 at Detroit. And the only thing that scares me about that game is that it's week 1 at Detroit and we should win. That's what scares me about that. I don't know why. I'm not going to be a pessimist and say we lose that game. We beat them 44-10 or whatever it was last. Destroyed them. Could they be pissed off about that game last year? You would think a team that has a little bit of gumption, a little bit of character, a little bit of professional athlete in them would actually care. But considering this team is run by one of the worst owner organizations in football, the Ford family, I don't think they give one rat's ass, to be completely honest with you. And I think it's a breakout barn burner. And what we do is kind of what we did with Atlanta. Maul them. We're better than them in every category on paper. I think it's a W.
Yeah, I think so too. For me, say what you want about the Lions. I think outside of that game against us last year, they were in just about every game. Now their record doesn't portray that or indicate that, but and that's why we say at the end of the year, we don't care what the score was, how ugly the win was, as long as the win is in the win column, right?
Lou Mancini, is Goff still their quarterback?
Yes, he is.
He is.
He
Okay.
is. Yes. And
Not many changes from last year except for what they added on the
Aiden Hutchinson, and
Hutchinson,
then Amon
Jameson.
St. Brown was really good in the last 4 weeks last year. But the Eagles should have him covered with Bradbury and Slay.
and Jameson Williams.
And
Right?
I don't know if he's going to be ready in week
Okay.
1, so we might not have to worry about him as much. But I like their head coach, the guy that likes to bite kneecaps. There's just something about that guy that I root for him to succeed there.
Everybody does.
It's just, to me, he's entertaining, and in a league where there's a bunch of stoic, head coaches that give you nothing.
Yeah, a bunch of stuck
The-
up
the-
guys.
the
This is
best- the-
dude's dude.
Yeah, this guy is he's a cooler version of Rex Ryan, except he bites
He doesn't have the foot fetish.
he bites kneecaps instead of biting feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
gotcha.
But I'll tell you what, that's a W in week 1. I think you're probably looking at about a 10-point win. So.
Nice, Michael Scott. You into that too, huh, Zach?
Well, at the end of the day, you got to take what you can get when you're married with 2 kids. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. Slash.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's dubs all around the board here. We all got 1-0. Like I said, Detroit didn't really add much except for the rookies in the draft. They did have a good draft, but other than that, nothing that really wows you. Jared Goff, he's just not the answer. He's that placeholder for when they get either
Bryce
quarterback in the
Young.
draft,
Bryce
or,
Young next year.
yeah, or Bryce Young next year. So it's just going to be once again. What's this? Year number
Or the
4. Year number 45 in a row that it's a
CJ
lost
Stroud.
season.
CJ
Yeah.
Stroud's the other quarterback. He's the number 1 guy on the board next year.
Yeah, I think the Birds come out firing. It may not be pretty, but give me the W. Because going back to Quimby's point, how many times have they opened up against Washington or Atlanta, and it's been like not beautiful, even though last year was pretty nice.
Last year was nice, so they just had
But there's always those
fell off
yeah.
the bridge after that.
Yeah,
Well,
they never seem to like come out and just be like, "Oh my god, this team's unbelievable," except for the Michael Vick, Washington, Chip Kelly.
The
era
Eagles,
game.
the Eagles got. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? I mean, they got ran up against last year when they went up against top notch quarterbacks. There's not a lot on this list this year, and we're gonna dissect that for sure.
Yeah, 3 dubs there.
Well, speaking of which, all right, following the home opener, which, by the way, hey, everybody, I want you to still start taking off work now. All right. We've got 4 national games during the season at home. And what the hell
What
are
is
you
that?
showing everybody?
That's Sean Henderson wearing a sundress.
That is excellent. How is he doing?
He just commented on that and said, "I need this figure back."
Yeah,
I haven't seen her talk to him in
like
a while.
a caterpillar.
Henderson, I hope you're doing well. Is he in the room?
I don't think so. He just posted that about 12 minutes ago. So for those of you that are driving and listen to us on the radio, you're not about to lose your lunch.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, on that note, and I'm talking about dissecting quarterbacks, not a whole lot here. Home opener, Monday night, 9:19 against the Vikings. Sorry.
Are we boring? Are we boring you?
You are boring the hell out of
Okay,
me.
I'm just making sure.
Kirk Cousins, man, he always seems to have our number, and that one concerns me.
Awful on prime time.
I was going
Awful.
to say that, but he's recently redeemed himself a little bit. I think he had a couple wins last
Yeah,
year.
they probably gave him a Sunday night game against the Lions or a Thursday night game against the Lions. Let's make this up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, or did they beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football last year
Something
or a
like
couple years
that.
ago?
Yeah, I remember betting against him because it was primetime Kirk, and he, bent me over.
Come on, get through it, and
when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber. You go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Just when I
nothing better than a little Harry. All right, still can't figure out how to get that. You hear that wobble?
Yeah, it's all good. I didn't notice it until you just brought it up, so
Yeah.
now it's going to bother the hell. No, I'm just kidding.
Here's I don't want to be forward thinking here, but you have four games in a row that you should just win.
And we'll probably be favored
Oh, we'll 100% be.
Yeah, no
favored.
doubt about it.
all the way up till
So you're going to lose one of them. And I think it's the Minnesota game. And I think it's because of Kirk Cousins. I don't, exercise the demons, right? Get over that which has plagued you over the years. This team starts off 4-0, and it's a brand new season. I mean,
Confidence.
Everything changes.
Yeah.
Everything changes. In the NFL, the teams that separate themselves in the upper echelon are the teams that win the games they're supposed to win. You should win your home opener because by then, most Phillies fans will have shot themselves. All right. We'll be talking about what the Flyers have not done. All right. We will realize that nothing is changing with your 10-9-8 76ers. And we will be, if there has been ever a situation in this town with eminent domain and the necessity for people to be locked down on the Philadelphia Eagles, it's this year.
No doubt about it.
This year. And that's where the problem could also breed. It's something there could fester. You have one of those losses that starts you spiraling, but if you win those first 4 games, you're in good shape, but I don't think they do. It's just such
they're not there yet.
it's just such a difficult thing to win 4 games in a row, even though it's your home opener. All right. Eagles last year, not very good at home.
3-5.
All right.
3-4 the year before that.
The tough part of their schedule was
Yeah.
at home.
I get it.
You going L?
I'm going loss.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
Dub.
going loss because it's Cousins.
I'm going dub. It's Monday Night Football. You get an extra day after you throttle the Detroit Lions. 8-17 in prime time for Kirk Cousins.
Hold on. How much time?
We got to bet a minute. I was just going to say,
Okay.
we'll wrap it up and then come back with week 3.
Well, no. You want to continue?
After
Yeah,
our
let's get through here.
8-17 career in prime time matchups for Kirk Cousins.
Oh, he still is.
Yeah, I mean it's not good. I think the Eagles have what they need. There's going to be a lot of energy in the stadium that night. You're going to be surprised by where I'm going to go with my first loss, but it's not going to be the home opener.
Oh, geez.
Not going to be the home
Wednesday,
no.
and here we come.
Yeah.
I'm going to
You
go
already knew
loss
that was
too.
coming.
That's my tease.
I'm going to go loss 2. You expect them to win. You can't expect them to win, but it looks like they have 4 winnable games. They are going to lose one of them. Not to mention the Eagles have a revamped defense. I think they get a freebie, not a freebie. You know, there's never a freebie in the NFL, but kind of an easy test in week 1 to really gel that defense. Week 2 is when you really go against some really good offensive players, and I think you're going to see some chemistry issues on that defense. So give me an L in week 2 against Minnesota.
Let's do this. Take a break here on Green Legion Radio, here on Fox Sports The Gambler, 102.5 FM, Philadelphia. We are brought to you by our friends at MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry. For all your residential contracting needs, 484-202-3656. That's 484-202-3656. Or check them out on the web, mcsinc-pa.com. That's mcsinc-pa.com. You guys, we'll be back right after this.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. L-I-M-P, Biscuit is right here. People in the house put their hands in the air. Cause if you don't care, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of that Limp Biscuit mix. So where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up and back the fuck up while we fuck this track up. Throw your hands 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 up. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 You don't wanna mess with Limp Bizkit? Yeah, can't mess with Limp Bizkit. Because we get it on every day and every night. Get this platinum thing right here. But we're doing it all the time. So you better get some better beats and get some better rhymes. We got the game set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school soldiers blasting out the hot shit. That rock shit, putting bounce in the mosh pit. Throw your hands up. 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 Moving, now move back. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 Hey ladies, hey fellas, and the people that don't give a fuck. All the lovers, all the haters, and all the people that call themselves players. Hot mamas, pimp daddies, and the people rolling up in caddies. Hey rockers, hip hoppers, and everybody all around the world. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. 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 Move it, now move back.
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio here on Fox Sports The Gambler, Philadelphia. Brought to you by friends at MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry. In addition to that, just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Dave Bavuso is your go-to agent for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent Dave Bavuso will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 856-740-5012. That's 856-740-5012 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer, all applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. Everybody, if you're going down to the shore right now and you're traveling through Williamstown, call him. That's where he is. 856-740-5012. You don't have anything else to do right now.
You're stuck in traffic.
You're stuck in balls heat traffic. You're good. Give him a shout, everybody. Dave Bavuso, State Farm. We are talking Philadelphia Eagles schedule. Slash and I are 1-1 right now through week 2. Zach is overly optimistic, but he's a Flyers fan. So what do you expect?
When the hell have I ever been?
That's all right. We got the Washington Wentzes coming up. So
We
we'll
got
be 2-1
the
in a
Wentz
second.
wagon coming
Yeah.
on board here. So yeah,
Here I come.
here it is. Chase Daniel scares me, but not with Jordan Mailata.
Chase Young.
What'd I say?
You said Chase Daniels.
Like I said, Chase Young.
I think we're still paying Chase Daniels.
You're
Oh,
right.
God.
We are. Oh my God.
He's somewhere in the dead cap. That guy has made more money for doing nothing in his career.
0.
Like,
We went over that. Didn't we have a show about that? Some of these players who have made so much money in the NFL.
Sam Bradford.
Sam-
Oh God.
Horrible. That's how
Sammy Sleeves.
desperate it is for quarterback.
The
You know
last quarterback to get the rookie deal, that number one without the rookie salary cap,
Was
the
Bradford.
last one was Bradford.
You know what the worst part? You know what the worst part about that is? And this is me being me. The worst part is Sam Bradford probably got laid wherever he wanted to. Making that much money for doing absolutely nothing. That pisses me. I don't care if you have money, but you should not have that easy of a time getting laid. Just saying. Anybody agree with me?
That's solid analysis right there.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you have to turn to the experts at ESPN and NFL Network, but why go there?
When
Why
you
go
got
there?
Quimby, yeah.
Come right to Green Legion Radio, and you can just get the solid. That's going to be on the back of Sam Bradford's football card.
Hey, and we're welcoming Samantha Ross to the room. Sam, I hope you're okay. How's Donna? Tell us how she is. Hopefully everything.
She
is
said
great.
surgery went well.
Good.
At the hospital, waiting to see her.
All right, good. Sam, don't feel like you have to respond to these guys. I know you like your little fan club here, but we
It's her power trip.
She's very popular with the masses right now.
seriously, she's great. She's awesome. So let's talk week 3. All right, we're heading down to DC. We already got a nice group of people heading down for that trip. I was surprised how fast those tickets sold, but we're also the best and the least expensive with the best seats. So what?
I think I'm going to have to jump on this one again.
I don't know why you would.
Club level, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, Slash, it was awesome. I mean, that place is a dump, but the club level
Club
just
Level was great.
yeah.
Club Level was great.
Yeah,
And you got a nice
blast.
warm place to do your business if you have to.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
I'm sorry. I factor that into my equations.
Amber
Comfort-
Heard doesn't. I know that
comfortability.
much.
Yeah.
No, how about
But there's
the-
an extra
the-
incentive heading
The
down to
deuce
Washington.
comfortability factor.
Yes.
dude? I'll tell you real quick about Amber Heard. Is that, dude? I saw
Lost.
one of the best things ever. This will be the day she will always remember when she almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Cheers,
That
my
was-
friend.
that
That
was-
was good.
Oh, it was really good. Speaking of good, Obi-Wan. I love this. By the way.
He's been a bit of a.
Did you see the third one?
No, not yet.
You'll like it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came out. When did it
It
come
did
out?
last night. Every Wednesday they're coming out with another
Wednesday.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So week 3 in Washington, Daniel Snyder, one of the best owners in all of sports.
Couldn't say that with a straight face.
Tried. It's a W. I'm sorry. I don't think Carson has the ice in his veins to compete against us. I think he will lose his collective stuff, and
You don't have the coyoons.
he doesn't. He doesn't have. You have no marbles. Marbles, huevos. I'm sorry. I think they get to him early, often, and he is a disaster. It's a W for me.
I want it to be a W. I want every game to be a W.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
But does anybody remember when Don McNabb took a subpar at the time Redskins before Washington football, before Commodes team?
Donovan was a proven winner. All right. We don't want to say that because he didn't win us a Super Bowl
No.
championship, but he had some ice in his veins.
I think that was
Carson is a giant.
I think that was on the last, but I think that was like his last great game that he had, because I think they completely fell off after that. But it's his first time playing us, and you know the football team, the Commodes, they always give us a hard time. Last year they gave us a hard time with what's eating Gilbert Gottfried, and then you had Taylor Heineke. Like we always have a rough time against that team, and Carson has
You have no marbles.
Marbles?
Marbles. You have no marbles.
The best part is at the end of the movie where they're shaking the bags of marbles at him when he's at
Yeah,
when he's at
yeah,
the plate, and he
yeah.
says, "You guys so
so
funny, man.
funny.
You guys so funny." But I'll tell you what, if there's a time and a division loss, they're gonna go 4-2 in the division. This is one of them. They're gonna steal one on the road. That's the loss in the 4 games for me.
I
don't see it.
well, please.
I don't see it. Carson Wentz had the best running back in football last year. Still showed no coyoons. He had a good offensive line last year. Still no coyoons. Lost to Jacksonville with a good receiving core and a good defense.
11 points with a late touchdown
What
and
receiving core was good with the Colts? Please advise. Jack Doyle,
Jack Doyle. No.
Ali Cox.
No, you're missing Michael Pittman Jr.
Okay, who else?
T.Y. Hilton when he was healthy.
Over the age, T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal,
Philadelphia Eagle, Zach Pascal.
because they have a better wide receiver core down in D.C.
Who? Terry McLaurin and who?
Dude, Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel didn't play
Curtis
last year.
Samuel.
He was hurt.
How about the kid they drafted in the first round?
All right. Well, has he proven anything yet?
Just saying. Listen,
Curtis Samuel barely stepped foot on the field last year. His best season, he had 800 receiving yards. Riley Cooper had 800 receiving
can
yards.
run.
Riley
He
Cooper was
can
against
run
our
football, too.
barbecue
Yes, I know.
over Memorial Day. He was uninvited, but showed up wearing a Malcolm X hat.
But the thing is, the bottom line is look at the backfield. Jonathan Taylor and Naheem Hines. This one you
He
have
still has a decent backfield in
What has
DC.
Antonio Gibson proven you? He was supposed to be a stud.
You could have
last
said
year.
the same thing before Jonathan Taylor last year.
Well,
Jonathan Taylor came out of nowhere last year.
All I'm saying is,
Antonio
and
Gibson
what
could
is
be that guy this year.
what is Washington's strong suit on the whole team?
Defense.
Their
The
defensive line.
Yeah.
What's the Eagles counter that with arguably the best offensive line in football.
You hope so. Remember, I think it was
And you also have a
Link-
versatile quarterback in Jalen Hurts who can get out of the pocket.
Yeah, but he's got to get better with his accuracy. Short week.
know.
Short week.
Washington does
Short-
not have a good secondary.
Short week.
Ooh, Keenan just pulled one out. Carson's going to pull a Ben Simmons that week and won't suit up.
No. Come on.
No way.
Come
There's
on.
only one Ben Simmons.
Yes.
But regardless,
he didn't suit up the whole season.
There's only one Ben Simmons.
my thing is, I think Carson Wentz is in a much worse situation than he was in Indianapolis. He didn't do anything in Indianapolis, so there's nothing
Wait,
on
what do you mean?
paper.
What do you mean? The Commanders are our worst team?
Yeah, exactly.
They're both ran by
So-
idiot owners.
so I don't
Jim
know-
Irsay can't stay off the juice.
I don't know.
And I'm talking about gin and juice.
I don't know what in
Good for him.
Yeah,
what
he's
in-
an idiot.
I don't know what in perspective.
At least he doesn't hide it.
what-
Hey, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, it's also on public-
No. Sorry, please.
It's
Go.
also on public record.
I just don't know what on paper or what perspective shows that the Washington Commanders can win this game. I don't know. Like I don't know what logic you have that shows me that
Well,
Washington can
Revenge
win this game.
games. Revenge games against the Eagles.
He's
man.
accurate on that fact. Look, all right. We laugh at certain teams for being as bad as they are, but there's not a single team. When was the last What was the last team that went 0 for 16? I mean, there was nobody that went 0 for 17. You know,
Got pretty damn
you're
close.
close.
Yeah.
you're close, but
The Browns went 0-16.
when was that?
That was 2015.
All right.
The Browns?
The Browns.
I think
they
so.
won one game in 2 years. They went 1-15 the following year.
Yeah.
That
so
was when Hugh Jackson was there, and then he said that he was being paid.
Hugh Jackson,
to-
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Come on.
Where's
But-
my daughter?
So one team, okay, but others. Fact is, you still have to play the game.
I know. It's week to week. It is a week to week thing. I just don't see any
But
logic.
I
that shows
no, I
you.
see. If
Just-
Carson showed signs of complete brilliance while he was here,
Mhm.
followed up by a maturity level of a 6th grader.
Let's just put it out there right now, okay? Like what is your expectation level of what they do in the division next year? Win-loss record. I know we're gonna
5-1.
5-1. All right, so you got them split.
They
with-
split with the
splitting with the
Cowboys and
Cowboys.
win everything
Okay.
else.
All right, Slash
4-2.
4-2. So are you gonna say that they're gonna lose the game at home to Washington, or are you gonna say they're gonna lose both games to the Cowboys? Are gonna lose one to the Giants?
That's a good question. He kind of pigeonholed you.
Not really, because I think all three are a possibility. I mean, again, it's every week. It's divisional matchups. Just because I have them winning this game doesn't mean I automatically have them at like a 5-1, 6-0.
The Giants are putrid.
Well, they lost to the Giants last
I
year.
understand that.
Hold on. He's got a good point here, because what he's saying is, if unless you expect to lose 2 games to the Cowboys, all right, Washington's going to beat you in one of them. It's not going to be the Giants, and
I'm saying is it happened.
that
last
means
year?
that means you have to split.
Dead.
And if we're confident that we're going to win down in Washington, then we should be just as confident that we
Solid-
win.
Solid point.
We win the home game against Washington. So I will rephrase the question, since Zach tried to corner your ass.
Give it to me.
Do you think they're going to go 4-2 or 5-1?
All right, I'll ride 5-1.
See, I knew I could get him to jump over on this side. It's good to see
We're going
Slash on this side of the
because
fence, baby.
If we're gonna go speculation, I gotta
Come
go
on.
5-1.
Here we go, my man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just
Look
went.
at it.
He just went Scott
Come
Hall.
on.
He just went
Yeah.
Scott Hall on you.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Hey you.
All right, so do you think it's a loss?
That's my L.
So
in that
we're
first-
all 2-1 here in week 3.
Yeah, and I'm always and really I'm saying that because I have firm belief in the next 2 games.
Okay.
So let's go.
The next 2 games.
Wow.
You are. All right. So Jacksonville. I don't know if you guys.
They went
saw
0-16 in 2017. By the way,
Jacksonville.
Cleveland 1-15 in 2016.
That's right.
So the year we won the Super Bowl, the Cleveland was the worst team in the league at 0-16.
What else is new?
I want to pull this up. There's a great article that I saw. I can't get my freaking mic to stop vibrating.
Thank you, Ed Wakely, the former Philly player syndrome. It always bites us, mostly at home. We'll see.
Mostly at home. This is a road game.
Well, that's what he's saying. Mostly at home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Keenan Harmon. If we're healthy, we win every division game.
That's really tough to do.
That's homerism.
Yeah, that's really tough to do. I
Oh,
mean, even the
Homer.
Patriots had a tough time doing that with Tom Brady.
Well, they always seem to flub the one down in Miami.
there's always one that flubs.
Yeah,
It's very hard to go 6-0.
yeah.
So,
All right. So, the Jaguars, aside drafting Sunshine,
You could throw it a mile, but you can't throw it 3 feet.
some of their free agent signings this year. Christian Kirk.
That's way overpriced.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't know why
contract he
people
got.
are so high on it. He might take a step forward, but from what? Being mediocre?
He just went from Kyler Murray to Trevor Lawrence, and Kyler Murray is more proven than he is.
Yeah. He's a number 2 at best.
Another signing that continually reinforces my and Slash's opinion that they're going to go 2-0 against the Redskins is guard Brandon Scherf. All right, left.
Yep.
All right.
That's a good sign.
That's a great signing for them. I don't know how to say Foyesade Olukun.
That sounds
you
pretty
don't
darn
know-
good to me.
that does sound good.
Linebacker from Atlanta. Darius Williams, cornerback,
Yep.
obviously. Rams. Foley Fatukasi, defensive tackle from the Jets. Zay Jones, another receiver.
who I think Derek Carr just made him look a lot better than he actually is last year.
Well, Darren Carr doesn't make a lot look good, other than hair
Devontae Adams is going to make him look good.
cuttery. Evan Ingram, all right,
He'll play a solid 4 games next year.
He's guaranteed to drop a ball in that game against us.
No.
And you get Travis Etienne back for his official rookie
That's right.
campaign.
Yeah, running back.
So you don't think any of these moves will help Jacksonville become anything more than
Well,
a
It can't be any
sub
worse.
500 team?
They can win 6-7 games this year, and that's a product of the division that they're in.
And I think that's pretty courteous because you still have, this is only week 4. You still have Trevor Lawrence is going to have to, he's still going to be in the grooming process with the new head coach and wiping, covering the scars of what was Urban Meyer last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was put behind the 8 ball for sure last year by having Urban Meyer as the head coach, which was just a terrible hire right from Jump Street. But yeah, this is a win. It's a win. I know Dougie P's coming back. He's probably going to want some revenge, but
It's home.
yeah,
It's home.
it's a home game for me. Coming off a loss, they're going to win.
Okay. All right. So hold on. All right. That question bodes, or that particular statement bodes another question, or bodes something that we should discuss. And it's, if Carson Wentz is a revenge game, you don't think Doug Peterson is just as much of a revenge game because he's not on the field? And we're going to find out the answer to that question when we come back from break here on Fox Sports
Solid
Radio, Green Legion Radio, brought to you by our friends at MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry. For all your residential contracting needs, contact them at 484-202-3656. That's 484-202-3656. Back right after this. Friday back here on Green Legion Radio on Fox Sports Radio here in Philadelphia. Let me tell you about Premier Window Cleaning. Premier Window Cleaning is a leading window cleaning company in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. With over 30 years experience, they offer commercial and residential window cleaning, pressure washing, parking garage cleaning, graffiti removal, post-construction cleaning, and much more. Every employee is trained, certified, and goes through an extensive background check at Premier Window Cleaning. Your satisfaction level needs to be 100%, as no job is complete until you are happy. With clients like Lincoln Financial Field, Comcast, Chop Roberts, and University of Pennsylvania, you cannot go wrong. For more information and a full list of services, call them at 267-534-5198. That's 267-534-5198. Or head to their website, WeHateDirtyWindows.com. That's WeHateDirtyWindows.com. Everybody, we are talking Eagles schedule, prediction, pain. I got to pull that clip up, too. I think life can be narrated by movie clips.
No doubt about it. Dumb and Dumber is my go-to.
Same here.
It's my whole life.
Put that movie on mute, and I'm just reciting every line. I'm reciting the whole script.
Well, big gulps, huh? See you later.
See you later.
Harry, I got some beef jerky.
No way. We landed on the moon.
Some guys just weren't cut out for life on the road.
So we were talking about
Jaguars.
And if Carson Wentz is a revenge game, what makes you not think, or why is a Doug Peterson rematch after a particularly volatile departure from Philadelphia, very scrutinized, a lot of question marks, a lot of finger pointing, a lot of Doug Peterson needs to have a bottle, like a baby bottle around him all the time. Can a head coach get a team up for a game like this and have a game plan prepared for something like this, like a Carson Wentz could perform against his former team?
Well, first of all, Carson's going to be on his home field in D.C., so it's a little bit easier for him. But also at the same time, he's the one that's pulling the trigger. He's the one that's going out there and physically doing it. I think physically for 1 week, you can say whatever you want about him, but I think physically for 1 week, he can put it all together against the Eagles. I don't think anybody on the Jaguars, and there's not enough talent there to begin with, but I don't know if there's enough leadership and passion on that team, or actually leadership, that will care enough to want to go out there and bludgeon an Eagles team on their home field for their new head coach, who's only been their head coach for 3 weeks. I don't think there's enough motivation in there for them to do that.
I don't have to use a picture of it on my cell phone. He's back.
He's back.
Wait, what happened here? Come on.
What were you doing with that? I agree with you, though, Zach. I mean, first of all, Wentz will have the ball in his hands. He'll be able to do as much as he can on the field. He has proven players on his team, like Terry McLaurin, that he can get up for a game. I know it's only going to be his fourth week.
He gets Logan Thomas back, too, from injury, tight end.
That's a good point.
Logan
Thomas will be back. You know how much he likes his tight ends, too.
No doubt.
But also, yeah, you have a more defined team in Washington. Where Jacksonville, you're right, they might be a little lost in the beginning of the season. Doug Peterson can only get a subpar team up so much for a game to try and pull out a win against, which is last year a fringe playoff team. This year, I think, could be a division winner in the Eagles on their own turf.
Win one for the
Hold on.
Exactly. So
Russ Taylor, do they hide the Peterson statue the day of the game?
Exactly. But again, it's Jacksonville. How much can you get Jacksonville up for a game, especially with a broken Trevor Lawrence, who I think will right the ship this season? But
broken Trevor Lawrence, heartbroken,
yeah. Not physically
Sunshine.
broken. But yeah, I mean, it's Jacksonville. It's not a fringe playoff team that you're like, hey, this is one we can steal.
Wow,
if we want to get
Russ is on fire already.
Yes.
Does Jacksonville have enough ice cream for that team?
Yeah.
it's gonna melt pretty fast. It's gonna be nothing but milkshakes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we'll go Dubs
I
across
like
the board.
milkshakes.
Yeah, so do I.
yeah, I got Dubs.
Yeah, Dubs across the board.
All right, let's not spend too much time on.
What are you
Jackson.
talking about? We can spend as much time as we want. We can get through half of this and go next week
Well, we're only in week
because we got nothing to talk about next week either.
And the week after
Well,
that,
Diaz is back, and we're gonna have to get all his opinions on the games that we already hit,
yeah.
which is
Oh,
gonna take up the whole 2-hour show next week anyway.
God. All right. Diaz, we miss you. I mean, yeah. So
His own wife doesn't even say that.
week 5, Arizona. Eagles record in Arizona, not so good. As a matter of fact, I wonder lifetime what that is.
You want me to look
First
it
of
up
all,
while you
first of all, the
elaborate?
Arizona Cardinals, they won't sell us tickets. They're a ball ache from an ownership standpoint. I could pull this up.
I got you.
You got
Yeah,
it.
but you also
I
have
gotcha.
how long have you had that Philly killer Larry Fitzgerald in Arizona? That helps their
No,
cause there.
dude, no.
Woo!
That 08 NFC Championship game, no.
One of my favorite players. That's a non-Eagle,
Yeah, and-
but not that day.
And he
Not that day.
Oh, and he flat out killed us.
Well, if you listen to Trent Cole about that game,
I remember you guys having him on.
that
the
was
show.
great. Yeah, when
Yeah.
he was on Green Legion Radio here,
Yeah.
when he was on the Get Tanked Happy Hour, Trent said that they went and watered down the field.
Yep.
After
Do remember hearing
practice,
that.
so the Eagles did not have proper spikes for that first half, and that footballdb.com is great, by the way, you guys. So
Yeah, but when McNabb left the field, they had the lead.
okay, great. So
You remember he said that post game?
Eagles lose to the Cardinals in 2020. We know we were at the game. We were at Westgate. We couldn't go in. We had 50 people. We're the only traveling fan group that had anybody go to Arizona for the game and not go to the game. So
In 2020.
in 2020, well, COVID.
Yeah, and I was gonna say there was something going on in 2020 that
All right, we lost to the Cardinals in 2014. I remember that game, 24-20. We had 700 people there. Not fun. No, 963.
was that Carson Palmer? Was that 2014?
I couldn't tell you.
They went to the NFC Championship game. and they lost
We
in 2020.
lost-
Had to be Carson Palmer.
In 2012, 27-6. All right, there's a trend forming here. We lost to them in 2009 in the NFC Championship game, 32-25. We lost to them Christmas Eve. Remember that one? 2005, 27-21.
I remember.
Uh, Actually, the only time we beat them
When you were there,
when we've never had a win in Arizona,
yeah, 2001 was the last time that they won it. That was back when they were in the same division.
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
When did they move from St. Louis?
Let's see, 1988.
88. So the Eagles don't have a very recent winning record against that team. We need to right that ship. Now, I still love the midget,
You mean the short guy?
midget. Don't care. So next time I have to worry about a midget beating me up is next time I have to worry about somebody biting knees. So apparently you're into that though.
So it's a fetish.
Whatever, man. So we're midgets. It doesn't say little people porn. It
I
says
always-
midget porn.
I always tell that story about when we were in the bar Chicago in 2008 on Labor Day weekend.
I don't know what you're talking about,
And,
sir.
and we had the midget on the bar in the bar Chicago.
Oh, that was awesome.
And we were in there. We were
He
100.
would come out on a little train.
Yeah. So what we had
He
like
would come out.
we had
He'd
like
come out of this little opening on a train.
we had like 150 to 200 of us on that trip, easy.
What? 2008.
No, Chicago for the Phillies.
Oh, the Phillies.
The
Yeah,
Phillies.
about 125,
yeah.
150.
And we're brothers for life. But man, like, do we go in there and the DJ's? He's had enough of Phillies fans. He's like, I want one Phillies fan up on the bar and one Cubs fan up on the bar. He's like, we're gonna do a good old fashioned chug off. So he gets 2 pitchers of
A
beer,
what?
chug off.
It's either Dave Todd or Mongo.
It was me.
Oh, it was you.
I got up there with a pitcher of Miller Lite, and I turn around.
The
and who's-
midget killed you.
Who's the Cub chick? Who's the Cub fan? A chick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh
She
my.
whooped your ass,
No,
didn't
I
she?
killed her.
No, you did.
Absolutely killed her. But then we had been drinking all day, me and my dad. So I went
Hold
up.
on.
I went to
You're
the
worried
bathroom.
about me saying midget, and you said Cubs chick.
Cubs chick. Yeah, the Me Too movement definitely doesn't like me right now. But they actually listen. I can't say anything worse than Diaz did last week about Sam on our show. But
Okay.
nonetheless,
Yeah,
hold on.
so where are we going with Arizona?
Well, let me get to the room here real
We got
quick.
some good stuff going on in here.
Yeah, Ed Weekly. I think Jacksonville is that bad. Other than that, I would put it in the Chase Utley returns with RBIs category. Okay.
All right.
Carson and let's see. So yeah. I am going with a Green Legion final win
Ooh.
in Arizona. I think Kyler Murray's not going to get the deal he wants. I think it's going to be an ongoing bull crap situation there. The Cardinals are terrible as an organization. Let me tell you why I have to say that. And anybody that's listening, if you're from Arizona and you work in the entertainment or tourism industry, all right, Cardinals, before they decided that they weren't going to have people in the stands for that game in 2020, refused to sell, just like this year, tickets to opposing fan groups. You're also talking about a state of Arizona during COVID that lost $2 billion in tourism revenue, and one draw is the Arizona Cardinals. Sort of a draw, but refused to sell to people that were going to come in and spend a boatload of money at hotels, bars, restaurants, service industry elements. And you said no, and you did it again this year. Sorry, everybody that thinks they want me out of this industry, oh, you don't. You don't. Because the second I'm out, I'm telling every dirty, do we have a dump button?
Yeah. My pen and
Fucking
paper.
secret that all of you assholes have. Okay? All right? I'm going full on bore. All right? Arthur Blank, you're screwed. Stephen Ross, you're screwed. I don't know who owns the Cardinals. You're screwed. Okay?
It's not Bidwell, is it?
I don't know. I just think the organization's a pain in the ass.
So you got a dub.
I got a dub. I think we finally got one out there.
I think things are going to fall apart this year in Arizona.
That's why I
Six games without DeAndre Hopkins. We are the benefit of seeing them in week 5 without him. Their second best wide receiver, Christian Kirk, is now in Jacksonville. Well, we'll see him in week 4. Kyler Murray, he wants a big contract.
he wants $80 million a year.
He wants a big contract, and guess what? He's not going to get it. He's going to be miserable. Cliff Kingsbury, the wheels have fallen off the last couple of years down the stretch for them. I think he's on his way out as well. He's going to go back to college and strike a big money deal there, just like Saban did and Spurrier when they wound up, leaving the NFL. And I'm not saying he's as great as them. I'm just saying that's where he's destined to be. Things are going to fall apart. They're old. They're aging in some key positions.
They have a really young tight end they just paid $33 million to.
He's not that young. JJ Watt is also old and aging. Couldn't make it through last year. This team right here is going to fall apart. They're not a good team. The Niners and the Rams are the class of that division. They're going to fall to the wayside along with the Seahawks.
/ do not rush through your assessment of this game.
No,
we will
it's
make
okay.
up the time on top of the hour.
Although I think Kyler Murray's overrated. He's still serviceable. I don't know what he's thinking about wanting all that money. But whatever it is, I think it gets resolved by that time. They still have James Conner. They got Hollywood Brown, who's going to be a good filler for DeAndre Hopkins before he comes back. And Hollywood Brown becomes pretty damn good number 2 receiver. And yes, they're aging on defense, but they're still effective. It's a shame they're in that division. Otherwise, I think they would be a prime playoff team. With that being said, I think having to go across the country at a 3-1, Dallas looming on a primetime night. I think it's a look ahead for the Eagles. I think they lose.
Ouch. All right. Well, you're not invited to Arizona.
That's all right.
Actually, if you've never been there, man, it is a fun
I
place
know. I
to
do
go.
want to go. Please let me go.
Well, you can change your tune.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Eagles by 70. Well, I don't know. If I have a perfect prediction by then, I might have to hold out.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I get you. All right. We are only through week 5 in the first hour. That's pretty impressive.
I like it.
Yeah, we can. Oh, and think if we were with Diaz, we would be through week 4.
No, we'd be on week 1.
Week 2.
Week 2.
Actually, no, somewhere around week 3 because you know he'd be going with Carson. Oh,
Well,
man.
you know what? If we only get through half of these games, it is what it is.
What makes you think that the Eagles would have still won the Super Bowl if Carson Wentz didn't get hurt? I could see the arms flying, his quaff flowing all over the place.
Quaff. Love that.
What a word.
Love that. All right, you guys. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, 102.5 FM, Philadelphia. Brought to you by friends at MCS Residential and MCS Custom Cabinetry. We will be back at the top of the hour right after this.
Feeling the stomp will cause a hazard to your booty. And everyone get out on the dance floor. Feeling to stomp will cause hazardous booty.
Throbbing every time we do the stomp. And I'll be starving for the next time that we bump. I'm soaking wet as I recall us on the dance floor. Work up a sweat and wipe it off, then stomp some more. With lots to look at, twice the hand out to her up. She's got her stuff and I spread mine somewhere close behind. When all the time I like to sneak up front and run. faces.
All right, we're working our sweat here in the Green Legion on the Green Legion radio show. I've had a couple now. I'm getting a little tuned up.
Getting lubricated.
Thank you. Hope you're enjoying us on your ride down or from the shore. And we are going to continue to entertain you as we have results in through week 5.
Week 5.
Week 5.
For the Eagles season. What do you I'm sorry. Brought to you by our friends at MCS Residential and MCS Custom Cabinetry, and also the Ludlam Bar and Grill in Sea Isle City. Everyone, happy to introduce for the first time the fully renovated Ludlam at 4000 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. If you recognize that address, that's 40th and Landis, baby. That's La Costa, the old La Costa. With the complete renovation finish, you'll now see a brand new look, feel, and vibe set amongst a casually sophisticated bar, a cozy a la carte dining room, and the only mellow lounge in Townsend's Inlet. The menu is seasonal, offering the freshest local seafood, cooked simple to ensure the flavor that already exists stays that way. The hotel is open year-round. Make sure you check them out at ludlamhotel.com. That's LUDLAM hotel.com, or call them at 609-263-7829. 609-263-7829. Chris and Amy, longtime shoregoers, great people, owners now. You cannot go wrong. Check them out, your new oasis in Sea Isle City. So what do we have through week 5?
You and Sack are sitting pretty at 4-1. I'm at 3-2.
You're 3-2. Okay. That's interesting.
Pessimism at its finest.
No, I get it. I get where he is.
It's all good.
If history would suggest itself, we're preparing ourselves for another loss in Arizona because we haven't won one yet.
I'm mentally
Don't let
preparing
that
myself.
be the catalyst or the reason for you not to travel with the Green Legion for the Arizona game. For God's sake, it's not my fault, people. It's lack of play. It's lack of enthusiasm. This team is good. This team is better on paper than Arizona. If they stay healthy, they're going to be a real thorn in everybody's side. Speaking of which, week 6, all right, we get to come home from, it's kind of nice, man. There's only there's only 2-3 game stretches. Well, no, there's only 1 3-game stretch. We got a 3-game stretch on the road in December. That kind of blows. And yeah, I want to make an announcement about the Giants game in week 14 on the 11th of December. And it's that we're not going to run a trip, just so everybody knows.
Damn, I
thought about it.
I've been teasing that on Baseball Brunch when I've been promo.
Have you?
Yeah. We're actually going to do the swamp this year.
Shit.
Ah!
All right, it's okay.
No,
Maybe I don't know. It's over my birthday. I could easily just go to the Dominican and not care. But anyway, all right, let's get back to it. We come back Sunday night football. Sunday night football. October 16th. Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, excuse me, as we are hosting that game. Obviously, the Cowboys are going to be the biggest competition in the NFC East. They beat us twice last year. We don't like that. We will not be finding out whether or not we will beat them in their own house this year. We don't run road trips over Christmas weekend. It doesn't make any sense for us. But on that particular note, I think this is a complete and total shellacking by the Eagles.
Wow.
On the Cowboys. I honestly think it is a 38-10, 42-17, some late touchdown while they're pretending like they can get back into this in the fourth quarter. I think this is a statement game. I think we're going to find out everything we need to know about this coaching staff, which is in its sophomore season. We're going to find out everything we need to know about the players on the field in week 6. All right. If you, as a Philadelphia Eagle, and there's a lot of people on this team that have gotten paid a lot of money for this year, if you are not geared up for this game as a player or a coach, all right, what happens after week 6 probably doesn't matter too much. I think this team has the wherewithal. I think that this team has bobbles. I think this team has huevos grande. All right, you got beef. All right, you've got beef on this defense. This defense can compete with the Cowboys' offense, which has not been able to over the years. All right, you can stop Tony Pollard. Zeke, done.
Washed.
All right,
So washed.
all right. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. I will put Darius Slay and James against Bradbury against them all day long. Okay, all day long, and a linebacker core that is now a strength of your team. All right, this is a shellacking. This is a statement game. This is a FU. You beat us twice last year. Not happening this year, you guys. And the fact that we get to play them at home first, to me, is a huge benefit for their schedule moving forward. I think they're 4-1 going into this game. If they're 3-2 going into this game, like Slash says, doesn't matter. They're going 4-2. They're winning this game. They are going to come out. They're going to be pissed. There's enough players still on this team, even with the signings, that will be able to convey the message, especially if we have a healthy Brandon Graham. All right. And he's going to say, guys, understand the city of Philadelphia. This is our Super Bowl every year, even if we're not there. The home game against Dallas is the biggest game of the year. And I think that message will be conveyed. I think it's a W. I think it is a 30-point difference. There is no chance for Dallas in this game.
I like what you're putting up, what you're picking down right now. I do enjoy that. But again, I'm looking ahead in the schedule. Okay. And as of right now, I have him at 4-1. And I don't know which one I want more. Like, I know we're going to be down there at the stadium that Sunday night before the game. And we already said that we got them splitting
The Fox Sports pregame show.
Absolutely.
At Xfinity Live, everyone.
With our good friend Irving Fryer. But in a way, if I think we're going to split with them, I really want us to win the game in Dallas on Christmas Eve and be the Grinch that stole Christmas. If I'm going to look at it from that point of view, I love what you're saying because I really want to take that one. But the back end of that schedule for the Birds is tough. Colts, Packers. There's another one in there too. The Titans.
Yep.
In a row. That's going to be a tough stretch in December for the Birds. I look at that's the game right there. If I want them to peak against Dallas and get a W against them, that's the game. We'll elaborate further on that game later on. But for me, this is an L. They're going to be 4-2 when they go into the bye week.
I agree. They are going to be 4-2 going into the bye week because I have them winning this game. I don't think it's going to be a 30-point shellacking like the Q-man says. I still think Dallas is still a decent team. They still have weapons on defense and offense. But I do think they get revenge after going 0-2 against them last year. The Birds will be fired up. This will be, if I'm correct, oh no, I think they'll beat Jacksonville at home. But their second win at home, I think they'll be fired up, ready to go, and then hosting Pittsburgh 2 weeks after that. So going into the bye week on a high note. Give me the dub.
The Eagles haven't beaten them. Correct me if I'm wrong here. The Eagles haven't beaten them without Dak Prescott. I mean, with Dak Prescott since the end of the 2019 season
I
when they
think that
made
might
that
be
run to
accurate.
the division,
So.
because they had what, Danucci in the
Yeah.
game at home on Sunday Night Football back in the pandemic season. I was at that game. There's 6,000 fans in the stands.
The Eagles usually don't play Dallas well at home.
All right. Well, we all know 51-26 the last game. All right.
We
That
didn't play anybody in that game.
Doesn't-
I don't look at that game in week 18
doesn't matter.
as,
a whole
as
different
much.
team.
Yeah.
Whole different team.
Still 51-26.
So the Q-Man's on cloud 9 at 5-1.
They beat us 41-21 in September. We were at that game. That was brutal to watch. That was brutal to take people to.
Well, that's Captain Demps right now. Quimby, we need a win in Dallas. Me and you have suffered enough the last few years.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, we need to win in Dallas. Doesn't matter, brother. If you're going, you'll be by yourself. I'm gonna be nestled up with some.
You're not going to go in your Santa outfit?
green with skeleton.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's also the third leg of a road trip.
I
That
don't-
Christmas Eve game.
Oh, so Danucci was 2020, and that was
Yeah, that was-
at
yeah.
home 23-9.
That doesn't
That
matter.
was a terrible.
No, we did beat them in 2019. Yeah,
Yeah, it was the
17-9.
Yeah, that was that game where Amari
That's a-
Cooper
that-
checked out in the
that-
last drive.
That's a stretch. We've lost the last 3 to them. That's what we need to know. All right.
Right.
We split in 20, and we lost both in 2020.
Who started that? Was that Andy Dalton? And that that's when that was when Deshaun. We were up like 14-0 early in that game. Deshaun Jackson had that bomb. It was like 60 yards where he caught it. Jalen Hurts started, and then we just completely fell apart. Andy Dalton
remember that.
torched us that
Andy
game.
Dalton.
Yeah, I think it was like 38-14 or something like that. Yeah, it was bad.
Ugh.
It was bad.
Is that me? Damn it.
Are they going to beat the bye week?
Well, I
don't
guarantee
think so.
we are going to win as the Green Legion. Never lost a bye week. Bye week bender, everybody.
lost.
Bye week bender in Punta Cana. That will be announced. We keep saying we're going to announce it. We want to make sure everybody that was on our trip a year and a half ago has the opportunity to get on and be part of the festivities. They deserve that. That was the most attended trip we had during COVID. And it was also for my 50th, so I'm very appreciative of people that came down for that, with the exception of him, considering his mom had to put him to bed one day.
Too much fun. Nothing like saturation and day drinking.
Oh,
Not enough water in this system.
you lose track when you're on a resort.
It's all good.
Yeah, it happens.
Living my best
I
life.
don't know what you're talking about. So bye week, that trip will be out probably Monday. I don't know. I keep saying we're going to release it. We only have 80 spots, everybody, but I can get everyone down, 2 people to a room for 5 days, 4 nights and 5 days.
Wow.
With nonstop flights out of Philadelphia, all-inclusive resort, top shelf alcohol, everything they have behind the bar for $14.25 a person. There's going to be about 10 spots that get released that are not, well, that $14.25 is Thursday to Monday. There are going to be about 10 spots that get released from Friday to Tuesday that are only $12.95 per person for the same thing. You can upgrade for $175 per person more to an oceanfront junior suite with a jacuzzi on your balcony. Trust me, these are awesome. But yeah, greenlegion.com, or just subscribe to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You guys know the deal. Hashtag Green Legion, at Green Legion, the Green Legion on Facebook.
You got to add the belch in there as well.
I had
Yes.
to. I had to. I thought that was imperative. All right. So, bye week. Pittsburgh. I think this is Pittsburgh's first losing season.
Brutal.
Uh,
Kenny Two Gloves.
well,
Baby hands.
What do you got?
Mitchell
Mitchell
Trubisky.
Trubisky is now your quarterback. He
Mason
is
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph didn't do too bad for them, but he also didn't have any pressure.
That offensive line is completely falling apart.
Yeah, it's
not as good.
And Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season.
he
in
has
Pittsburgh.
not.
And
He
I
has
don't.
not.
Well, how many years is this now? It's like
2007 was his first year there.
yeah, it's like 15
Yeah.
years. All
It's
right.
been a long time.
I think this is the first one. I nothing about Pittsburgh scares me right now, and that's weird.
TJ Watt. That's it.
TJ Watt.
TJ. I'm giving credit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
giving credit. I mean, the guy had 22 sacks last year.
And I believe, that was a 2020 game that we lost, right?
in
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
But
We destroyed them in 2016. They came here. I think it was 34-3. I was at that game.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull that up. Eagles, Steelers history. And look, Steelers fans, I don't know, maybe other people do. Green Legion, we ain't got no problem with you.
This is that additional.
That's the additional
The
game.
additional game. I'll tell you what.
So we lost to them 38-29 in 2020. We shellacked them 34-3 in 16, but in 2012 we did lose that rainy ass cold game in October. That game was freezing. It was October 7th. You can see your breath in front of you.
You're right on the river.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brutal. Cumberland, Appalachia. I don't. Macungie.
Cumberland.
I know this comes as a surprise to
Not
a lot of people,
McCunchy.
but I mean, obviously, the number one hated rival for all of us is the Cowboys. I think I know you hate the Giants more than the Cowboys.
Without question.
The Giants to me are third. I hate the Steelers. I hate everything about them. The yellow,
Interesting.
the decal on the one side
Hold
of the
on.
helmet, the
Hold on.
terrible towel.
No, sir. I disagree. The one thing that I dig about Pittsburgh is that all of their teams are the same color.
No.
You could go black and yellow the whole way, and you're rooting for the Pirates, you're rooting for the Penguins, and you're rooting for
Who
the
the hell
Steelers.
roots for the Pirates? Pirates fans don't even root for the Pirates.
I'm just saying. Wouldn't it be easier? Guess what I look like? I look like a walking freaking Christmas tree every time I walk out of the house with something from the
Yeah,
Phillies
exactly.
and something from the Eagles.
Good point.
It's great. It's phenomenal.
I'm
I like it.
sorry. I don't want Christmas I don't want to
Optionality.
feel compelled to be nice that often every year.
Optionality. The terrible towel. I can't stand the terrible towel. It is awful. Their fans are arrogant as hell.
Yeah, I don't like the fans.
And Ben Roethlisberger took my level of hatred to a whole nother level. That D-bag getting rowdy in a bathroom stall with Ben Roethlisberger, as Eminem
Giggity.
once said. I hate that guy. I hate that team. I want them to fail at all costs. I want to throttle them. That's what we're going to do, Quimby. We're going to destroy them.
I
Destroy
think
them
we're
at the link.
throttling them.
Destroy
All right.
them.
I have not paid attention to the room at all, and I apologize. Where Keenan Harmon, it's less stuffy in the studio without Diaz's forehead.
I know.
Wow.
You don't have to put
Perfect.
sunglasses on.
Perfect. Trevor Lawrence reminds me of Ryan Leaf. Lou Mancini. That's a stretch. but I like it.
That's a stretch. Come on.
That's okay. I like it. Keenan, Old Town, folks, is worth the trip. Thank you for that. If Diaz was there, there'd actually be analysis going on. You're fired.
Is that Captain Demps?
That was Demps. Yeah.
Oh, God.
What do you say?
I don't know. Something garbage. Something representing Diaz Nation. Hold on. And Keenan, Captain goes, if Diaz was there, there'd be actual analysis going on. Keenan responds, if Diaz was there, it would definitely be something going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Russ Taylor called you out for playing Candy Crush /
Do not play Candy Crush. That's so 2011.
Solitaire. Solitaire is my game to go to on my phone. That's why
That
I
is a
play.
good one.
Yeah.
Yes, we have suffered. Lou Mancini, Prescott is going to trip over a not so soft pretzel getting off the bus and will be ruled out.
No, it's more so Carson Wentz.
Keenan,
That's a
you
bold
need
strategy,
Steelers
guy.
tickets. You need Steelers tickets. Help. All right, Keenan, let me help you out.
Get your ass online in a couple weeks when they go on sale.
No, hold on a second. Well, I'm a man that respects loyalty, and Keenan has been in this room every damn day that we've had this show. Keenan, please, you and Pam are my guests for the Steelers game at home.
Chicka wow wow.
So if that's acceptable to you, happy to have you and Pam and whatever girl I'm trying to sleep with at the time.
You know, it's mischief night, right? So does that
Perfect.
throw a wrench in their plans?
No, I plan on having a lot of mischief. Anyway.
Jeez.
No, the best,
It's gonna be
the
a lot of
best,
toilet paper.
dude.
for
The
sure.
best was after I forget what game it was last year, but Quimby steps up to the mic and he's like, you know, because we broke everything down, and he's like, "Hey, he's like, anybody that wants to go into the game with me and Tree." And it was the ultimate backfire of all time.
Yeah.
These two chicks came up, and I was like, "I'm out of here. This is great."
I was in the bathroom at that.
Two. Oh man, I
That's
don't know.
okay.
They might be fans of the program now. I don't know.
No, we brought them. We took them. We took them in.
Talk about your all-time backfire.
Talk about your all-time.
So you guys both have W's?
Dubs.
dubs.
I got a loss.
Really? Go.
I do. The Steelers team went 9-7-1 last year with a walking corpse at quarterback. Mitch Trubisky is nowhere near a good quarterback, but I think he's more feasible than 45-year-old Ben Roethlisberger. They still have a mean defense. They still have weapons on offense. They gained George Pickens in the draft.
What else is mean on that defense besides TJ?
Yeah, please.
Minka Fitzpatrick?
They have one of the best linebacking cores in football. What are you talking about? Cameron Hayward, Devin Bush, Miles Jack, they just signed.
This is the
No,
Diaz.
hold on a
take
second.
right
I'm
here.
looking
You're trolling
at.
us.
He's got the depth chart pulled up, right?
Yeah.
You're trolling us.
Easy to pull that out of your ass when you're looking at it right
Devin
on the
Bush,
ESPN.
I think they declined his fifth-year option. They don't believe in him.
Why would they? Devin Bush is still a good player. What are you talking about? Minka Fitzpatrick, Terrell Edmonds.
This is a Diaz take right here. Stop trolling me.
The numbers don't lie. They were one of the best defensive
The
teams.
numbers
in
don't
football
lie.
last year.
Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh has ever won in Philadelphia.
Ooh, hold on.
I don't think Pittsburgh
Nah,
has
the
ever
Jets are the
won
only team.
in Philadelphia, and they're not doing it. No, the Jets have never beat Jets have never beat us. Period.
All right.
I don't think Pittsburgh's ever won here.
Pittsburgh in Philadelphia, 2016.
Big timeout.
34-3 loss. 2008, 15-6 loss. 1997, 23-20 loss.
All right.
91, 23-14 loss.
So the Steelers.
79,
Okay.
17-14 loss.
So Pittsburgh lost.
So you're going to tell me that their first W in Philadelphia is going to be at the hands of Mitch Trubisky?
Trubisky,
Well, what am I
or-
supposed to
or-
say?
or-
I don't think they're going to win
or-
this
or-
week.
Or
because,
baby hands Kenny Pickett?
what? Because they lost in Philadelphia in 1991. I think they should.
Did you say last year that we were going to lose to the Jets? Because this is that type of.
The Jets?
You
stink.
sound like Diaz.
the Jets. Stink.
This team stinks.
Pittsburgh is on the Jets level.
They stink right now.
You're just. I'm Diaz. You're the one that's fanboying
Jets-
over the fact that you hate. It's the opposite of fanboying. That your emotions
I'm an
are getting to you.
anti-fanboy.
Yeah, you're an anti-fanboy.
The Jets might be better than the Steelers this year.
Are you kidding
How about
me?
that?
You're out of your
How
damn
about
mind.
that?
You're how?
How?
Zach Wilson's he's
They-
unbelievable.
Higher
At
ceiling.
least Trubisky went to the playoffs.
Higher ceiling. Trubisky, stop that.
Oh, Robert Saleh.
Khalil Mack was on that team.
TJ Watt's on this team.
You stop your mouth.
Oh
right
my
now.
God. Yeah, you're right. Robert Saleh is so much better than Mike Tomlin. Who am I? Give me a dub for the
I'm talking
Steelers
about
here.
division. Division.
What?
The AFC North is way tougher than the AFC East.
That's why the Jets have sucked for 40 years because the AFC
Well,
East
they
is tough.
had Tom Brady in that division for 20 of them.
Oh, jeez, come on,
Come on, Chad Pennington, bring him back.
come on.
I got to do it.
10-yard curl route.
And I'll wait for the letter.
Okay, now let's try to get an answer from someone who's not a complete retard.
Give me Pittsburgh by 45 points just because you said that the Jets might be better than them this year. That's an atrocity take.
So I hope you're joining us on your ride to or from the shore, everybody.
We got to take a. We are long overdue for a break.
Are we?
Yeah, not long overdue, but
We need to take a break.
yeah, we'll take a break.
Is that our 20-minute?
Yeah,
Really? We
Yeah.
just blew through that.
Oh,
We're only at week 8.
yeah.
We're never getting through this.
We're not.
Are we still doing a Phillies rant, or
You know what? I don't.
maybe last segment?
Who knows? We'll figure it out. All right. Green Legion Radio having a couple cocktails. I hope you guys are not having a couple cocktails on the road, but if you're at the shore already, I hope you are. Or if you're just slumming it in Philadelphia, make sure you are enjoying a couple of cocktails with us. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, 102.5 FM Philadelphia, brought to you by our friends at MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry. For all your residential contracting needs, MCSinc-PA.com. That's MCSinc-PA.com, or call them at 484-202-3656. Everybody back on Green Legion Radio with Zach and Slash right after this.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Money on my mind, so on toupee. Real out of time, never Kool-Aid. Sipping on Douce, psych. Came a long way from G-Bird. Putting in work like Ferg. New York to LA, Hawaii and Japan. I'm the motherfucking man, at least I'm feeling like I am. Got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand, but don't give a goddamn, I'm Sam I am. What that even mean? I don't know what you talking about. Why nowadays everybody got a palm out? P.O.P. that be me and that be what I rhyme about. I have a rival, you rappers on time out. Rap back where you at? Everywhere, worldwide. I know you've been waiting for this world to collide. B.O.W.Y. it take a little for Lauren, but they take it back like that commodity inside the DeLorean. I am no historian, but here to make my predecessor proud.
Oh, you bitch niggas not allowed.
I put it on everything I really wanna cop out. But I did good for a drop out. How about the coupe? Chicken heads go crazy. Gotta sound swag when the flow get lazy. What up, what good? Where you at? What you been on? Anybody stepping to me, promise to get shit on. Better hop up on the train for your missing chance to hop up on the train for your missing chance to get on. Mixtape, Bobby, that's the type of shit I spin on. Woo!
In the sauna, everybody know that it's on now.
Oh, damn!
Get in the sauna. No.
Damn!
Said it's on now. Everybody know that it's on now.
Damn!
Get in the sauna.
Everybody alive, everybody listening to this man alive. Come on up to the vibe, come on, now you gotta survive. Everybody alive, everybody listening to this man alive. Come on up to the vibe, come on, now you gotta survive. I said you gotta survive, I said you gotta survive, gotta survive. I said you gotta survive.
Smooth criminal Mike Jack. Throw a subliminal, put your women in black dress. They was in Timberlands, I was rapping them night boots. Remember them nights, the mama couldn't come right back. I'm on the path right now, put the plight on the mic. If I write mine down, I cite my crowd, I was savvy out of down. Used to go to Mark Twain, Mo County Coastline. We got many flows that any hoe will vouch for. I got many foes, cause many hoes be out for. Had the penny phones, remember those was copper. Had so many homies talking about how you got those. I'm Phil Knight in real life, I'm real Nike. It's Flight Club in my house, they not like me. More than likely, they ain't got the heart to fight me. It's a lie, somebody seeing me needs advising. Hey, let me let it breathe. Saint Laurent level, weather never worry me. I'm well aware they be wellin' when they talking me. They bitches in the belly, but whenever I be on the scene, Emma's in the Uber, I be limousine. Bama's looking fluke, but I got that same glow. And I got that juice back around the way though. My chain like a penguin's color green, yo. We cold. Used to be LA Force with the Kobe Pro. Eddie Bauer coat foams in a load of dope. Boatload of white hoes, I sold it to. Nigga, I was trying to survive. I was trying to survive, yeah. I was trying to provide, I was trying to survive. I put it down every time. Got some niggas alive, I got some niggas that not. Pour a little with brown liquor, look in the sky. Been the talk of the town, nigga. Virginia and Maryland did it all for the capital. Hope you haven't forgot. Hoes let me a lot, niggas hate me a little. Anybody can hit me for real, give me their props. Hooking up with a couple models, nobody go try. Players, the motto is get your paper and make you a lot. Pulling up with the young Sinatra, I'm looking like Sammy Davis, the MGM or the Vegas to shake up the rocks. Hair stadium popping, the Palladium popping. And some 50 a place, niggas just thinking about it. I'll be damned.
All right, everybody. Green Legion Radio here on Fox Sports Radio in Philadelphia. My name's Quimby. I'm joined alongside a skeleton cast this evening, but it's okay because this show is flowing really well.
Absolutely.
I got Sackmaster and Slash next to me. Slash is producing, but he's also, well, he's reading every depth chart on ESPN that he can find.
Well, there's so many
Defend
moving
his
parts.
arguments.
I think his Chad Pennington jersey is standing up by itself in the corner of his
Well, when it-
bedroom.
Hasn't been washed in a while.
When it's June 4th, I got to look up and remember who's on which team, which moves were made.
Who's on first?
Yeah, I got cobwebs in the brain for the NFL.
just don't hold a white light over that Chad Pennington jersey.
Yeah. It's black light.
Yeah, that too.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, real quick, a shout out to
I would know.
to Donna Ross, hopefully recovering very well and quickly from surgery she had today. Super Sam, obviously a massive part of this organization and the success of this organization. So our prayers go out to her. I think she's going to be just fine. So Donna, get well soon.
We love you, Sam.
We love you, Sam, as well. Bucks County Baseball Company. Bucks County Baseball Company is the premier vintage sports clothing and collectibles retail store in the tri-state area. Visit buckscountybaseballco.com or stop by their Bristol, PA location over the weekend. Items from the Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, and much, much more. Again, buckscountybaseballco.com or stop by their Bristol, PA location. The showroom is huge and the website is even bigger. By the way, you can still buy items at greenlegionstore.com, which is hosted by our friends at Bucks County Baseball Company. Bucks County Baseball Company, the name in Philly for vintage sports. All right, you guys, we are talking football still. We've managed to spend a lot of time on football without having to listen to Sack destroy the Phillies, but I think we're going to do that on the
Save that for Sunday.
Yeah.
We could do that. You know what? Let's get through this.
Bud Light Baseball Brunch.
Bud Light Baseball Brunch starting at 11 p.m. at Xfinity Live.
Make sure you guys come down and see us.
When I say a.m., p.m.?
PM. It's AM.
I've had a couple drinks.
I was about to say,
I'm all right.
we're pulling a third shift.
I'm okay,
If
everybody.
it was PM, then you'd be freshly ripping into them because chances are they lost.
I think the odds are that
Well, they won last night. They stopped the skid.
Yay.
Yeah, but they're skid mark.
Yeah.
Well, every one of their underwears has a skid mark.
No doubt about it.
You know what?
Amber Heard. No, it's not worth it.
No, well, hold on. You know what? We could do this because at this rate, we're never going to get through.
We're
the
halfway
second
through
half.
the season.
Well, yeah, but we only have 25 minutes left of total time.
Correct.
We just blasted through 70% of our entire
We
show.
could save. Let's save it for.
You wanna
let's
save it? Let's save it for the
last
second.
segment. Last segment.
What's
Let's talk. Let's talk Phillies last segment if that's what you want to do.
You know, I want to talk about them now.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right, please.
because it would be a dumbass thing to stop at like week 12 versus Green Bay so we can pick up 6 games after that.
We could pick up Quimby.
You know what-
16-1 in the Eagles 2022.
Hey,
campaign
man,
after
hold on.
this.
I don't know what I have them going, but
You know what's great about this is next week when we pick up to do the second half of the schedule, we're just going to do rapid fire for Diaz.
Yeah.
No analysis. Give us week 1. Give us week
Yeah.
2. Give us week 3, and then he's all caught up, and then we could spend the rest of the show.
Okay,
finishing up the
that's a
schedule.
great
let's
idea.
just get it beforehand. I don't even want to waste that time.
Is this me again? No, it's somebody else. Is it me?
I think it's you.
Damn,
Yeah.
You suck.
I'm fat. So I guess we can't really talk about expectations for the Eagles. I have high expectations for this team this year.
So do I.
I think on
Not as high, but I have high expectations.
I said it before. I said it the last 3 weeks. I think their NFC Championship game. I think they can be there. Now, is it highly unlikely? No,
that's me.
this is definitely not me.
That one was me.
It's you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Lower this a hair. Like bring that down. All right. I got to get more buffer in there. Anyway, fact is, there's nobody on this schedule that scares me. Not even Green Bay.
You can't even say that with Rodgers anymore because he doesn't have Adams.
Oh, that's it. I mean, New Orleans.
You want to go with crab legs, or is Drew Brees
Yeah.
coming out of retirement?
That's, Drew Brees comes out of retirement. They're trying to get him right now. There's
But even then, Sean Payton's not there to pull the strings.
the fact is we have a very easy schedule and we have a very good team. And I'll go back to saying what I said a number of times already before we move on to the Phillies, because that's going to be fun. I think Jalen Hurts just has to be a little bit better. He just has to mature and become a little bit better as a quarterback, and this team will thrive. I don't think he has to be a great quarterback. I think he has to be a good one for this team to literally go 13-4. But I'll find that out as we finish off next week.
They gave him everything he needs to get your answer, basically.
And you know what? Hats off to Howie for that. All right. Because that could have been that question mark. It could have been that situation in Philadelphia where it happens every damn time.
Well, he progressed. We'll see.
Oh my God. Why does he look so much better in Los Angeles? Well, because he had weapons, all right, that we didn't give him. All right. We gave him everything, anything that you could ask. If there was a quarterback wish list, all right, with the exception of who are we waiting for? Jordan Howard. What?
Guy can't stay healthy.
What are you talking about? He played every game the last half of the season.
How many more stingers do you want this guy to have?
Whoa, hold the phone.
The last half of the season?
Yeah.
I think that's where he disappeared the last half of the season.
What are you talking about? Jordan Howard?
He had like 4 or 5 weeks in a row.
Oh, my God, you're a disaster.
I am not a disaster. I am right about this.
No, you're not.
Look up his stats.
I am.
He did. He has 7 games, 86 carries, 406 yards, 4.7.
Hold on.
yards per average.
Say that again.
4.7 yards.
No.
per average.
The ones before
I heard 7 games.
86.
He didn't play until week 9.
Yeah, he didn't play till late.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
No. Absolutely not.
And he
I'm
fell
pulling
apart.
Up.
He fell apart down the stretch.
No, he didn't.
Again.
No, he didn't. He didn't get any carries. Hold on. Here we go.
I wonder why.
Are you kidding me? Hold on.
Let me look at his game.
Damn it.
log
Where
here.
is this? Why can't I find this?
Where's his game log?
Yeah, will you pull that up, Slash? You got that? All
Keep
right.
yelling at Sack while I pull it.
Jordan Howard didn't start until what? Maybe the Detroit game.
Yeah, he didn't play until week 8.
Which was
October 31st at Detroit.
Hold on a second. You're welcome. What did he have in that game? Zach, listen, get off your phone.
No, I'm looking at the same damn thing.
You don't have that on your computer?
I can pull it up on my phone.
12 carries, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Okay, next game.
17 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Next game.
Yeah.
12 carries, 83 yards.
Next game.
10 carries, 63 yards.
Next game.
Inactive.
Yep.
Next
Inactive.
2 weeks.
Yep, inactive. Okay.
Then 15 for 69,
Yeah.
9 for 37, and then 11 for 26.
11 for 26
11
was
for
not good.
26. Wow.
That was
Wow.
against Tampa,
Gosh,
right?
That's a
No, that was at Washington.
That was at Washington.
Okay.
Okay.
And then at Tampa, he was
bad at Tampa.
Yeah, 1 reception for 7 yards.
And we don't know why he fell off the map, but it wasn't because of injury.
Then why wasn't he inactive for 2 games against the Giants and the Jets? I guess he just doesn't want to play in MetLife Stadium, just like you don't want to travel there.
Yeah. Took a page out of Kobe's book.
No, hold on. Yeah. let me make that response easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you think I'm going to paint a different picture, you're absolutely inaccurate, sir. All right. Fact. He was part of that stretch that got us to the playoffs. Now, why at the end? Nobody knows. Was he not healthy? Did anything suggest?
He had the same kind of stretch, though, in 2019. And then he had that
And then he
stinger
had the
against
stinger.
Buffalo.
And then he had a stinger.
But his stinger doesn't last for the last half of the season.
Bro. All right.
He's good for stretches. I give you that. But
He's right there. He's that workhorse that you want, but
He's also 225.
He teases you because he goes on those stretches and then he gets hurt and then he comes back and he's
Did he
still
get hurt?
limping around.
Was he inactive because he was hurt?
what other reason would he miss
yeah,
those
I don't
games?
know.
It was just-
Nobody knows. Nobody knows why he wasn't used in that playoff game.
Well, I'll give you this. Week 17, it says he did not play, where weeks 12 and 13, it said inactive. So
Okay.
did not
We
play
don't know.
inactive.
We don't know.
Well, they did bench a lot of players in week 18.
Well,
They
that
did.
4-game stretch, they wouldn't just,
And you're not going to use
deactivate
Jordan
him.
Howard where you're down 21, 24, nothing.
Keenan
against
Harmon was
Tampa.
wondering if he had an STD.
That's actually a billboard. I see it on the way home sometimes.
there's some
Giggity.
weird- there's
It's
some weird
actually
bill-
Quimby. If you look out your window right over here, I think you'll see it.
Uh-oh.
They put it there.
I got
for you.
AIDS again. Time to take my cold flu and AIDS. All right. Anyway, I don't think Jordan Howard was injured last year. Whether he was active or
I believe it was a knee injury, a knee or an ankle injury. is
that
what he
that
had.
actually sounds right.
That's why he missed both of those games. And plus, the turf in MetLife Stadium is terrible. It's one of the worst in the league. So they probably held him out in those two
So
games.
right now he's still unsigned, correct?
I would imagine he's still a free
yes,
agent. I haven't
yes,
seen anything.
He's unrestricted free agent.
But
Well, we're
you know,
fine.
let's not waste too much time on Jordan.
Well, you got to remember Miles Sanders, Boston Scott,
I like Kenny Gainwell.
What about Kenny Gainwell do you like?
He might be your starter next year.
Okay, let's talk.
What do I like about Kenny Gainwell? I like the fact that he put up 2 touchdowns against Dallas's first team defense in week 18 when we benched everybody that week. He was on fire in
Well,
week
then
18.
how come he couldn't get
He's a good
carries
player.
ahead of Boston Scott and Jordan Howard?
Thank you.
Because
I thought he was going to be a stud, but there's something the coaching staff doesn't like about him.
the guy can catch the football too. Miles
Well, then why
Sanders can't.
why didn't
All
he
right.
play?
Kenny
Oh, they're
Gainwell
playing
had a
catch-up.
total of 68 carries last year.
Yeah.
And you know why he had a total of 68 carries? Because they got pissed off at him when he dumped the ball
He
in
can't
week
hang on to the ball.
5.
Yeah, he can't hold on to it.
All right. I think it was
You're
week
talking about when
5.
he's carrying it. The guy can catch.
What the hell good? How many scat backs do you want?
He's not a scat back.
He is a scat back.
Oh, what? Just because you have an infatuation with guys that are way past the prime of
I don't have an infatuation with
Oh.
guys that are way past their prime. I have an infatuation with bigger people that can push little people around. Jordan Howard's one of them.
Jordan Howard can't do that when he's on the sideline for more than half the season.
Kenny Gainwell can't do it when he's on the sideline because he coughs up the football too much. No,
He's behind Miles
Yeah.
Sanders.
he's not. He carried it. How many? All right. You got that Jordan Howard stat up from last year?
They drafted Kenny Gainwell to potentially take
No.
over for Miles
Give
Sanders.
me it. Hold on. Okay.
What do you want from Jordan?
Jordan Howard.
Turned into
The
Jordan Howard.
unhealthy Jordan Howard
Yes.
carried the ball 86 times last year.
Okay.
The healthy of the football, Kenny Gainwell, carried it 68.
Okay. He's got a higher ceiling than Jordan Howard does at this point in his career. So right now they're
Everybody has a higher ceiling than Jordan Howard.
then why the hell do you want him back?
Because he can get short yards. Because he ran for 2.4 yards per carry after contact.
If your offensive line is as good as
Yak.
you think that it is, and
Yak.
you say that it is, then it doesn't matter that he's there or
Maybe
not.
that's the reason
Not
why
the type of
Jordan
back
Howard.
they want anymore.
Hold on. Are you really? Hold on.
I don't want Jordan Howard back.
You don't.
No, I want to get younger. I want to get younger there.
How? Oh, God. All right.
The only reason I would want Jordan Howard back is because Miles Sanders can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Boston
Hold on a
Scott's
second.
not at 20.
You're talking
on the
about a
practice
Jordan
squad?
Howard that can't stay
If you
healthy.
put Jordan Howard on the practice squad, have at it. I've got no problem with it. But when you're shooting up 4 running backs on a Sunday, I don't want him there.
I agree. You got to start the season. You got to go with Kenny Gainwell. But if there's a reason that he saw less and less snaps last year, is because he fumbled the ball
How many times did he fumble?
twice on 68 carries.
Miles Sanders is 211 pounds, soaking wet. Boston Scott, we love him. Sorry, Boston, I'll have a car right now.
Yeah, we can't use that next season.
But you know he is about 180 pounds at best if he eats lead. All right. Kenny Gainwell might be what I guarantee they have him at 195. Hold on.
He's 200.
He's not 200.
5'9", 200.
Which means he's 196 at best. All right. I'm sorry. That's not enough for me. I do not want. Okay, here we go. Look at me, both of you. Let's talk about this and be honest. Do you want your biggest back on the team to be your quarterback. No. And that's the problem. You have 3 little guys right now on the depth chart. Who's fourth? New Mexico State.
Q. I love you, brother. But
Thanks.
this is the
Hold on. That's all I wanted to hear. Green Legion Radio on Fox Sports The Gambler. We're finished for the no. I just heard
For
I
the
love you,
segment.
Sack.
No.
For the segment.
trend here. This is where Jordan Howard's career is going here. 15 games, 16 games, 16 games, 10 games, 7 games, 7 games.
We know.
If we're going to sit there and say Zeke is cooked, this guy is close to being cooked too.
Jason Huntley, by the way.
Jason Huntley. Thank you. All right. Let's do this. First of all, I don't like Sack.
Well,
a
he
little bit.
thinks the Jets are going to be better than the Steelers this year. So
It's a possibility.
yeah,
Yes.
geez.
Thank you, Lou Mancini. Kenny Gainwell is the next Vaughn Hebron.
He gave Ray Dininger his nickname, or did he? I like him.
And Sack is officially finished for the evening.
Like Mo.
Everybody, Green Legion Radio here on Fox Sports The
I
Gambler.
thought we were in the trust tree.
Yeah, in the nest. The show's off the rails already. Perfect. Yeah, we'll be back. Sorry. MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry, our official sponsor for all your residential contracting needs. 484-202-3656. 484-202-3656. We managed to talk about football for an hour and a half before we got to our last segment. That's impressive when there's no football to talk about. You guys, we'll be back for our final segment right after this.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plays the hot.
Transact to sound like Kevin. 765 43 21. Mamone, make the cap. Come and get some. Player opposition. Hot Nixon. This one for all the sick ones. Infliction. Poisonous. Dark sickness. Best believe finger itching with 2 broke legs. Now I'm tripping on MC's cliche. Shot that ricochet. Start trouble. Bust bubble. Hip the wicked ways. Gotta love me. G.O.D. no one above me. Look good but fuck ugly. Tap your jaw from my punch buggy, son, and you got you shitting in your last ugly running who? Fucking punk, get a speed bump coming through. A single shot make your meat love respect. Woo.
Yo, hey yo, I put it on a nigga, shit it on a nigga, turn a Christian to a certified sinner. The palm I release, time pin up.
Explode.
When you got sent up, I was hitting your ex-hole. Shit, I kept low, petrol, your metro. Politan, keep the chicken heads gobbling. Shit, I'm driving in, come with fog halogen. Terrorize your city from the split committee. Kick ass to both Timberlands, turn shitty. Gritty, smack the driver head in the gypsy. When I approach, rappers be taking notes. I drop like I should've invented the raincoat. Absolute, I love the burn to the roots. I keep coming to you, pour sperm from your boots. Vigilante, hardcore to the penis. Tell you fuck you, my attitude is anemic.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it. Cannabis is the type you fight for mics. Beating niggas to death and beating dead niggas to life. When you look at me long enough, I start to read your thoughts if the signal was strong enough. And then I call your bluff like, yo, how many rhymes you got? I could go on for more millennia. The Mazda's got on a car lot. And there's nowhere to run to. When I confront you, nigga, I call your bluff like you had a phone number. Who wanna see cannabis get wild? Who wanna act flying, get shot down with a surface to air missile? I take them on and on, shape, size, and forms to spit on. Anybody who ain't close enough to shit on. 0 to 60, I'm already doing 100 when I'm blunted. And I give it to any nigga that wants
Stay
it.
out the dark. Cause if I catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown, come up off that. I'm gonna gun it down, run it down. However it's gonna go, it's gonna be that. See that? That shit'll finish you, dog. Believe that. Where we at? Do you value your life as much as your possessions? Don't be a stupid nigga, learn a lesson. I'm gonna get you either way, and it's better to live. Let me get what's in your sock, cause it's better to give, to receive. Believe what I say when I tell you. Don't make me put you somewhere where nobody will smell you. So when the lights is out, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick, you ain't gonna come back on. You ain't that strong. Knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. Use a big nigga, ski mask for it, baby. So I can hit you up on Front Street. You get dumb sweet, you want heat, one deep, leaving behind.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blaze the hot trizaz.
Shine like heaven. 7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Come on, Mr. Smith, come get some.
My young sons fantasize of borrowing flows. Tell little shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. The symbol on my arm is off limits to challenges. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur. How dare you step up in my dimension? Your little ass should be somewhere crying on detention. Watch your mouth, better yet, hold your tongue. I'ma do this shit for free this time, this one's for fun. Blow you to pieces, leave you covered in feces with one thesis.
LL Cool J is hard.
Every little boy wanna pick up the mic and try to run with the big boys and live up to the real hype. But that's like picking up a ball playing with Mike, swinging in Ken Griffey or challenging Roy to a fight. Stapping your amateur MCs. Don't you know I'm like the dream team touring overseas? For rappers in my circle, I'm a deadly disease. Ringmaster, bringing a tiger cub to his knees. In the history of rap, they've never seen such prominence. Your naive confidence gets crushed by my dominance. Now let's get back to this mic on my arm. If it ever left my side, it transformed into a time bomb. You don't want to bar that, you want to idolize. And you don't want to make me mad, nigga, you want to socialize. And I'm daring every MC in the game to play itself out position and mention my name. I make a rhyme for every syllable in your name. Go platinum for every time your grimy ass was on the train. Watch your mouth, don't ever step out of line. LL Cool J, nigga, greatest of all time.
All right, greatest of all time, Green Legion Radio here in Philadelphia. We are football, baby, and we are trying to continue football talk, even though Sack doesn't want anything to do with Jordan Howard. I know Slash wants him back. Whether or not.
Not as the first option.
Not as the first. No, he's not the first option.
I mean,
but
after
you know
Miles
what?
Sanders.
Look, we have 10 minutes left. And we've got a segment that we have to talk about. Well, sorry. You and I need to sit back and let Zach go. But I just think you have to have one bigger back. Whether or not you use him as a first, second, third down back, just somebody that can actually pick up the short yards. Somebody that can take a hit and keep running. And that's what Jordan Howard is. I think we need him. I think we need that kind of back. I don't think we go into the season with Miles Sanders, who is, again, 211 pounds soaking wet. Kenny Gainwell, who comes in at 201, which means 195. And Boston Scott, who they try to list at plus 190. And we all met him. You know, he's as big as my right leg. Strong as hell. Boston, don't let me take anything away from you, sir.
The giant killer.
All right. You are the man. All right. But again, there's only one thing from Chip Kelly, the Chip Kelly era, that I take away. And it was big people push little people around. And that is why I think we need that thick back. And I will say it. And it's only 3 syllables, 4 syllables.
Count it up.
LeGarrette Blount. All right. We won a Super Bowl with LeGarrette Blount. All right. That's the kind of back you have to have on your team. Now, is Jordan Howard LeGarrette Blount? No. Is anybody LeGarrette Blount? No. But you got to have at least something that instills fear. At least a decoy, for Christ's sake. At least a guy you could put on the goal line as a running back and make defenses wonder whether or not you're going to throw a pass. Just saying.
I'm just saying it's not worth it anymore when the last 2 seasons that he's played has been 7 games. 7 games.
All right. I agree with that. I still want something like that on the team, whether it's Jordan Howard or somebody else.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if it's a new kid, if it's a UDFA, hey, all right. And you know what? We should have that. We should talk about that next week. All right. We have not talked about our undrafted free agents on this team right now. And there's a boatload of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 undrafted free agents.
They're pretty highly heralded too.
No. Everybody's heralded until you don't make the cut.
But from what it's a lot
hold
of
on, we got the cornerback we wanted.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of football players that don't go drafted that get drafted. It's just how it happens.
So at this point in time, everybody, we hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed riding to or from the shore with us, or you're just sitting around in Philadelphia wondering what we're thinking about. This is Quimby. I'm joined alongside my hosts, Chris Sack and Kyle / Nonamaker.
The Gobbler.
We're gonna shut up, Slash, you and I.
Yeah, I'll sit back.
All right. Sack, talk about the Phillies.
I've reached my breaking point. I've completely fallen off the edge.
You say that every week.
No,
Si.
no, well, it feels that way. And then we said this. Me and Slash, we did a show together. We did a baseball brunch when Murph wasn't, and it was right after you and I did the show at Xfinity, and we were in studio together. And I said, this week was too good to be true. I hate having positive weeks because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be nothing but negative the following week. And they followed it up just like that day. They blew a game in Los Angeles, and it's been nothing but downhill ever since. And there's Joe Girardi. I like Joe Girardi. I think he's a good guy.
I think we all clamored for this guy to be hired.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, the last couple of years have not been an easy time to be a new baseball manager in the city of Philadelphia. 60 games shortened season, second worst bullpen ERA in the history of Major League Baseball that season, and a 60-game sample size to not make the playoffs that year. In his first year. And then last year, he had the most blown saves in the history of a Major League Baseball franchise, along with the Colorado Rockies for a bullpen. So the bullpen hasn't been well. But I'll tell you what, last Tuesday, they fought, they clawed, they scratched to come back against Max Fried and the Atlanta Braves. And Bryce Harper hits a bomb off the chop house. And you're sitting there going, we are going to win this game. We are going to win it. This is big. You're playing with house money at that point. You have a 4-game set in Atlanta, and you win that Tuesday night, and you're playing with house money the rest of the series. You win one of the next two, you take 3 or 4. If you lose the next 2, you split in Atlanta. I think we would all take that when we got into that series. You don't have one of your top 3 relievers available for that 9th inning. Corey Knebel. You used him in a non-save situation on Monday night. He threw 9 pitches, but you refused to throw your reliever 3 days in a row when he's clamoring to get his ass into that game. And Corey Knebel hasn't been great over the last month. But for the love of God, if he's your best option, you throw him out there. Sir Anthony Dominguez, the guy hadn't thrown since Saturday and Sunday. He had Monday off. Why is he not throwing in that game? Because he said to you, I don't think I can go tonight? Man, you haven't thrown in 3 years. Get your ass on the mound and close this game for me. Julius Familia, I will not throw him 3 days in a row. Guess what he did the other day? He threw him 3 days in a row. The same day that he said, I'm not going to throw any of my relievers 3 days in a row. That's my credo. He throws him not just 3 days in a row.
No regrets. Not even one letter. No.
Yeah, regrets. But then, so he throws Familia not only just in 3 straight games, he throws him in 2 consecutive innings. 2 consecutive innings in a loss against the Giants. Now.
Man,
yeah. Please,
real fast. Are relievers?
I haven't even gotten to my worst one yet.
Are relievers so princess-esque at this point?
They didn't used to be, but they are now apparently.
What is that? I don't understand it. Really, if you're a pitcher in Major League Baseball, you should be able to go 7 innings.
You want to talk princess? Let's talk princess. Because here's my biggest gripe and my biggest beef that I've had with the last week and a half with the Phillies. Okay. We're recording on Thursday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do the Phillies play today?
No.
No, they do not. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So I still think they took an L today. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay. They have a 3-game set against the Angels this weekend. Are they playing on Monday before they go to Milwaukee for the 3-game series?
No.
No, they're not. So
who's resting?
So last Friday night, you're starting a huge series against the New York Mets where you're lining up with Zach Eflin, Zach Wheeler, and Kyle Gibson going into that series against a team that has owned your ass all season long. Who started on Friday night? AAA Bailey Falter. You put him out there to give your guys an extra day of rest. Why, when you have 2 days off in a 5-game stretch, in a 5-day stretch, you choose that night to do that? You choose that night. You want to do it in a couple weeks?
And did it work?
It did not work. Holy hell! Spitting all over the place here.
Eflin was terrible.
Sorry, man. You're far enough away. I'm not in the WAF zone.
If you want to do that, do it in a couple weeks when you're playing against scrub teams like the Marlins.
When
and the
you're not trying to
Nationals
catch
and the
up
Diamondbacks.
against your division opponents.
You go into that series with your best, and you try and if you lose, knowing that you gave it your all against that team because they're clobbering teams right now, and now you are so far behind in the division. There's going to be no chance that you can get back into it. And we just hit Memorial Day. That right there, to me, is a fireable offense. I don't care who made the call. If it was Dombrowski, the analytics department, Girardi himself, I do not care. That right there is a fireable offense. This team has been kicking your ass for the better part of the last few years. You've been getting clobbered by the Mets repeatedly. And this is what you choose to do? That's how you want to start a series. Like, I'm so disgusted.
Tough ass stretch.
Yes.
Right.
You want to give these guys a break. You do it against the Clowns when you play in a couple weeks when the schedule softens up. You don't do it on the, oh God, well, let's give them a day off. No, they have days off now.
There's 2 days off in 5 days.
Makes no sense.
Are players that soft these days?
I don't know if
Absolutely.
I don't know if they're that soft or because they're being conformed that way by the analytics department.
And
this is why
they're getting paid too much too.
Yes.
Well, he's making $25 million. We gotta him.
we gotta save him.
Yeah.
Let's save him till September.
Yeah. When we're 15 games behind the Mets.
There is no saving right now. You're supposed to save the season. And Gene Segura, let's.
Why was he not in the lineup? They won last
He's
night,
out
but
10
he
to 12 weeks.
He's out now.
No.
10 to
I thought
12
it was the
weeks.
10-day IL.
No, he's on that. He's out 10 to 12 weeks with a broken finger because they actually want to play
My
small
fingers
ball.
hurt.
Here's another one. Here's another one real quick. I don't know how much time we have left. A few minutes here.
Yeah, we got like 30 seconds. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another part. You bring up Mickey Moniak. He comes back from the eye.
Hold on.
The IL.
He just my favorite player in the Phillies organization.
Great. He's been tearing the cover off the
Mine's
ball
Adam
in spring
Hazley.
training and in his rehab stint.
Oh, hold on. Let's try this again real quick.
My fingers hurt.
Oh, well, now your back's gonna hurt. You just pulled duty.
So you start him.
Anybody else's fingers hurt?
You start him in the game. He's 0 for 2, bases loaded, bottom 6, and you pinch hit him for Odubel Herrera. What's the point of him being here if you're not going to let him play? That's a dumb decision, dumb call. You let him play. And what did Odubel do the rest of the game? 0 for 3.
So, cannot wait to be part of Baseball Brunch tomorrow from 11 to 12, live from Xfinity Live in the lobby, right off Patterson Avenue. You will see Chris Sack and Greg Murphy, who we are happy to report is 100% now back in full force, along with Super Slash.
Yes, sir. The Phillies may stink, but you get to see Ohtani and Mike Trout. So get down to the ballpark.
Absolutely. You have to get to the ballpark this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there to drink. So, everybody.
That too.
We appreciate you hanging out with us. We appreciate getting through 8 weeks, the first 8 weeks of the Philadelphia Eagles season. What is the count right now, Slash?
You have them at 6-1. Sacks got him at 5-2, and I got 4-3.
Interesting. I am the optimist today.
Yes.
Listen, we're not
like
gonna,
how we all have different records.
we're not going to let Diaz know what we already selected.
Yeah, do not.
Do not let
Do
him
not
know.
let him
Why
know
not?
in any way.
He likes to snoop through my notepads, but I won't let him this week.
Everybody, we appreciate you joining us on the ride or to, for, or from the shore, or if you're just slumming it in Philadelphia, make sure you download, rate, review, subscribe to Green Legion Radio by going to greenlegionradio.com. But how do we do this? I forget.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't remember. I literally don't.
You're the one that made the new website.
No, Diaz did all that.
Oh.
Oh, going to iTunes or Google Play and subscribing to Green Legion Radio. There we go. I can figure that out. Yes. Everybody, we appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in with us. Yes, we are drunk by the end of every show, or at least the host is. Thank you. Go Phillies, Sixers, Flyers. Hope you enjoy your golf. And we will come back next week with the final 9 games of the season and our predictions for that, along with a complete analysis of undrafted free agents that the Eagles are bringing in this year. Green Legion Radio.
Thank you, Phillies. That's what we have to resort to.
Yeah,
is
thanks,
undrafted free
Phillies.
agents. Thank you.
Suck. Green Legion Radio, Fox Sports The Gambler, 102.5 FM, Philadelphia. Brought to you by our friends at MCS Residential, MCS Custom Cabinetry, 484-202-3656, 484-202-3656, or check them out on the web, mcsinc-pa.com. We will see you next week. Or not.
No doubt now. Yeah. Check it out now. No doubt, yeah. Special girl, real good girl. Biggest thing in my itty bitty world. Call her up and she made me feel right. Wish the bliss could never take flight. Sitting back with this mic in my hand. Spitting hot shit, trying to see grand. Imprinted on my mind every minute. Make my plans and you always in it, y'all. It's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. And even though we both fly, give each other space and not the evil eye. Acting like grown-ups, don't even try to hide cause the spot blown up. Girlfriend telling you she wanna see. I say I don't know, but you say gladly. And when we both do it, we go on and on and on and on and on and sweeter than Ben and Jerry. Can I rhyme? Well, you know I get mine. Sitting around in my abstract car. This abstract thing going abstract far, yeah. It's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Check it, yeah, check it, yeah, check it, yeah, yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Yeah, check it, yeah, check it, yeah, check it, yeah, yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant, Getting back to my MC status, all the willy that I kick make the other niggas maddest. Moving through your town situation. Shorty thought she subtle, but she really was blatant when she shook a thing and violated. Now these wolf-like thoughts are formulated. I'm saying, oh, is there some heartfelt in here? Am I sure I'm back? Well, yeah. Plus we can hold the convo or go to the movies, my crib, whatever, yo. Just wanna see you by my side. We on 95, know the stash is in the ride. Rapping again for real. You would find me in the cypher if I didn't cop a deal. Rap slate like big weight. You buy, I sell, we split big cake. Just move your little thing. Move it around and shake a little thing. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Yeah, it's such a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. Vibrant thing, out, yo, yeah.
Only two things are
Everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see you on Tuesday, right on Q Show.